offensive line that played soft after the hottest start in the NFL, with a defense that could have carried you. They can't run the football. They have an aging quarterback who's got a huge cap number. They got a ton of questions to answer about their roster and how they can improve this football team. So disappointed how their season ended. I would say the Steelers were definitely the biggest loser of this year.
That's a fascinating one. I mean, life comes at you fast. They were 11-0, and now here they are, the biggest loser going into this offseason. And this is a very important little moment, a juncture for the Steelers, Dan Graziano, and their legendary quarterback. Tell us about it.
Jeff mentions that cap number. It's $41.25 million if he's on the team this year, the highest in the league. So the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger have to have a conversation about what to do about that. How do you lower that cap number? Well, one way they can lower it is to extend his contract and dump salary cap hits into future years. They could do that, and there's some sense that they will do that because of what he's meant to that franchise. But the most they can save by doing that is about $14 million. Whereas if they cut him or he retires, they save $19 million on the cap. And that could make the difference for a team that has a lot of free agents to sign, a lot of great young players that are coming due for extensions. It's a tricky situation, and it could end up, there is a chance that it ends up with Ben Roethlisberger not being on the 2021 Steelers.
Fascinating. So I'm trying to read your face. Go.
The conundrum, G. Think about it, man. I think it's so fascinating for me when we look at this Pittsburgh Steelers case study with Ben Roethlisberger and how up in arms people are about what the Green Bay Packers did drafting Jordan Love. Like, this is what you're probably supposed to do, what Green Bay did. Now that we are sitting here with this situation in Pittsburgh, you got to make a definitive decision about your quarterback. And Ben has expressed his willingness to come back and play for less money. But with that being said, like Graz just laid out, they need so much more. And I'm not sure if Ben is still in that elite status where he can raise you above what you're lacking from an offensive or defensive standpoint. Don't forget, Bud Dupree got injured. He's going to be a free agent. He got to find money somewhere. So it's a lot of things that the Pittsburgh Steelers need to do. And to have this situation without any quarterback to turn to is a problem.
Yeah. It's important, you know, as we sort of read history, Jeff. Terry Bradshaw left the Steelers, the legendary former Steeler, under less than outstanding circumstances, and that relationship has really never been okay again, and that's 40 years ago. So you sort of have to walk a little bit of a fine line as you handle this. What do you think of it, Jeff, Saturday?
No, what you just said is so right. Is the balance between the relationship with Ben post-career more important than what's happening right now? Because Dan just outlined it in so swagoo. The nucleus of this team is actually really good, right? You have a bunch of really young players who can win a lot of football games, and then you have this $41 million number that you just can't seem to find a way. There are a lot of quarterbacks who would like to step into a situation with the defense they have on that side of the ball, and then working to repair this offensive line and run game and be able to help this team win. They got a lot of good talent on the outside at receiver. Listen, I'm just telling you, you got to worry about now, or you worry about a relationship post-career. I think now has to be the focus for the Steelers football team.
Now, this is not a team that ever rebuilds, right? They kind of reload on the fly. We'll see. There is a scenario here where even if both sides want it to happen, Roethlisberger doesn't come back. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.